Let's quickly cut across. NDA's nominee Droupadi Murmu is to file her nomination papers. She's in Parliament before she goes to Rashtrapati. Before she goes to file her nomination papers, she is with members of Parliament and BJP leaders and ministers. Droupadi Murmu was the governor of Jharkhand. If elected, well, she would be the first person from the tribal community, from the Adivasi community, to be President of India. She is 64 years old. A short while back, we saw images of the Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju supporting her nomination papers. Droupadi Murmu, incidentally, is a school teacher and a two-term MLA and minister. She was a minister between 2000 and 2004. She also has the unique distinction of being the first governor of Jharkhand to be able to complete her tenure, and this was between 2015 and 21. Incidentally, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he had taken to social media platform Twitter to say that Droupadi Murmu had devoted her entire life in serving society and empowering the poor, the downtrodden and the marginalized. So Gajendra Singh Shekhawat with her as she moves forward towards filing a nomination. The Prime Minister had also said that Droupadi Murmu has rich administrative experience and had an outstanding tenure as the governor. The Prime Minister had said that he is confident that she would end up being a great President of India. Millions of people, and this is where I'm quoting Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he said millions of people who've experienced poverty, faced hardships, they will derive strength from her life. And before she files her nomination papers, that's Droupadi Murmu at the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi's statue outside the Parliament building. The Prime Minister had said that she has a very good understanding of policy matters. She is of a compassionate nature, and that is why she would play a key role and a crucial role in being a good President of India. Incidentally, does the BJP or the BJP and the NDA, do they have the numbers to see her nomination through, to ensure she becomes the President of India? The BJP is very confident. They have the numbers, of course, with the support that's also now being extended by the BJD and the YSRCP. There is also hope that several others would extend support. They may break ranks from the UPA and vote. There may be cross-voting in Droupadi Murmu's favor. That is what analysts say. She is the first lady from the tribal community who could be President of India. The numbers game. The BJP is very confident. On their own, they have 49% of the electoral college, about 532, 351 of the 1086, 431 votes in the electoral college. The presidential elections are on the 18th. The BJD, incidentally, with about 31,686 votes, and the YSRCP with another 45,550 votes. We are also told that the AIA-DMK, we are told that the Shiromani Akali Dal, and that's the analysis that several others are also likely to support her, which will see her through the presidential elections without any trouble. The Prime Minister had also said that there was a great response from across the country to Droupadi Murmu's nomination as President of India by the NDA. Yashwant Sinha is the opposition choice, but will opposition unity remain? And this is Droupadi Murmu at Birsa Munda, Bhagwan Birsa Munda's statue. And this is an image of just a short while back of Droupadi Murmu at the statue of the Father of the Nation. The green cover that you see behind is the security barricade, because a new parliament building is also coming up. So Droupadi Murmu there greeting BJP leaders, ministers and MPs as she files her nomination papers. So she has been, and her administrative experience includes being Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Commerce Minister. She joined the BJP in 1997. She was born in Mayurbhanj in Odisha. She was an assistant professor at the Sri Aurobindo Integral Education and Research Institute. Kaun banega president? It is, according to analysts, there will be no trouble for Droupadi Murmu to be past the halfway mark. And I quickly want to cut across to Aishwarya Paliwal joining us live for more on the story. Aishwarya, take us through the process that will be followed from this point on. And as far as the numbers game is concerned, Droupadi Murmu very comfortable. The NDA will ensure she sails through with the support of BJD, YSRCP and others coming her way.
Well, definitely. Not just that. In fact, the JMM too was one of the parties which had initially supported the opposition candidate, Yashwant Sinha. But now we are seeing they are also giving signals that Droupadi Murmu is the candidate that they will go ahead with. Already the NDA has 48% with them, and with all those parties which are now coming forward. What's very interesting is that some of these parties were initially with the opposition camp, but now after the name was announced, all these parties are now giving their signals, giving the feelers that they will support Droupadi Murmu. And also, this will be a first for someone to be the president from where she comes from. So definitely it will give her an edge. We are also seeing, the strength with which the Bharatiya Janata Party, all the chief ministers are inside. It clearly shows how confident the NDA is that they will be able to make her the president of the country. We will have to wait and watch exactly how the numbers stack up. But at the moment, it looks like Yashwant Sinha will have a very tough fight in this one. Gaurav.
In fact, the opposition had trouble coming together to find a candidate, to find a suitable candidate. Everyone the opposition reached out to seemed to say no. And even when it comes to Yashwant Sinha, the opposition is not united, as you're reporting. The Jharkhand Mukti Morcha in no way, and those are indications as of now, will go with the opposition candidate. They will go for, there is no way that they cannot not go with Droupadi Murmu. That's what you're reporting.
Yes, definitely, and that is what it looks like. Gaurav, we did see how there were so many names. Sharad Pawar initially, he said no. Then we also saw Farooq Abdullah. Once his name was floated, he also came ahead and said that he still wants to remain active in politics. He also said no. Then the grandson of Mahatma Gandhi, Gopal Krishna Gandhi, also declined the offer. So, if we count, then actually Yashwant Sinha was the fourth choice. And finally, the opposition was able to come up with his name. But hours after Yashwant Sinha's name was floated by the opposition party, we saw Bharatiya Janata Party. In fact, it was a wait and watch for the ruling party. They gave the name only after Yashwant Sinha's name came from the opposition bloc, and it really looks like this will be sort of a comfortable win for the NDA. The numbers already are stacked in their favor. They have almost 48% in their kitty, and when all the some of the opposition parties also, the kind of feelers that we are getting, once they also join hands, then this definitely will be a comfortable win. It will definitely, Gaurav, be a big blow to the opposition, because they were seeing this as, something which they wanted to experiment. They want to experiment for 2024 elections. But this is something which clearly at the moment looks like, Gaurav, is not happening. We'll have to wait and watch exactly when the election takes place on the 18th of July what happens. But at the moment, Gaurav, it looks like it will be a comfortable win for Droupadi Murmu.
Because look at how numbers are stacking up. I mean, just on back of the envelope numbers, the BJP between 48 and 49%, 49% with 532, 351 of the 1086, 431 votes. So they on their own are at 49% or close to 49%. The BJD with 31,686. The YSRCP with 45,550. We are told the AIA DMK with 14,940. You're saying the JMM. We're told there are some feelers that are already coming from the Shiromani Akali Dal, from the Bahujan Samaj Party, because the BJP is reaching out to them. The opposition seems to be in a disarray, and overall the indications are it's smooth sailing all the way for Droupadi Murmu.
Well, Gaurav, 27th June is when Yashwant Sinha will come ahead and file. We'll have to wait and watch whether he actually does that, because there are talks there is a possibility that he might also, say no at the last moment. That is also something which the opposition parties are keenly looking at. So if that happens, then, things will really turn around. But at the moment, in terms of numbers, the feelers that the Bharatiya Janata Party is getting from all the parties, it looks like this will be a very comfortable win. Also, we are seeing the kind of scrambling which took place. We saw all the opposition parties, first of all, they were not able to come together, they were not able to get names, and all the names that came out, one by one, we saw how people were opting out. The possibility of it was because they understood how strong the Bharatiya Janata Party actually was, and that could also be possibly one of the reasons why we saw some of those leaders turning down what the opposition was giving them. And now 27th June is when Yashwant Sinha will come here, and the election will be held on July 18th. We will see, yes, 18th of July, and the results on 21st of July. Gaurav.
Aishwarya Paliwal, for the moment, many thanks for joining me here on this broadcast. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that he believes that she would be an outstanding president, given her background, her compassionate nature, her rich experience in administration. All of that. We'll be tracking the story on the 18th of July very closely.